Yay!
Hi, everybody. Welcome. What's going on?
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, welcome back to
Hello.
Rum and Coke Night, where we're... there we go.
Uh-oh.
Yay! We're here. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hi. Hello. Yo, I'm
Hello.
sick. So, these guys are gonna carry me through this.
I don't have rum and coke. I have tequila and Mountain Dew. Is that good enough?
Yeah. That sounds terrible.
It's not that bad.
Why?
I've had it.
Why do you have that?
I've got
That
Dr.
tastes-
Pepper and Oreos.
Dr. Pepper and Oreos, that also sounds not great.
I
That
got
sounds like a
tea
lot of sugar.
with oat milk.
I
I've
have
also got
a
tea.
shandy. There's a lemon shandy.
I'm debating. That sounds like
With
the best
a-
thing that anybody's got so far. I have beer in the fridge, and I also have some gin, but I don't know if I'm gonna crack it open because I'm pretty sick. So it might not
Put
be
the
in my
gin
best
in the
interest.
beer and drink it.
No, God, what am
Do
I,
it.
21? Fuck off. Absolutely not. That's what's the okay? All right, this is the starting question for tonight. What's the worst thing you've ever drank, like of an alcoholic drink?
Oh, it has to be alcohol? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have a very obvious non-alcohol answer.
Okay, well you can give both. You can
Oh,
give both. You can give both.
Okay. Both is... Okay, I can do both, actually. Now I know what both are. So the worst thing I ever drank was the Califia Farms vegan nog.
Oh.
I don't know what it was. Look, it was the end of Christmas, and I wanted to have some eggnog, because it's the end of Christmas. And that was the only nog-like beverage that was available at the grocery store, and I didn't want to take the time to make my own eggnog, which I can do, but it's slow and annoying, and it's not usually worth it. So I bought it. And then I drank, I think, like a cup of it, and then I poured the rest of it out, and I still have the bottle as a reminder of the hubris of man and what horrible decisions the species can make. And the worst,
hubris of man.
yes, the worst alcoholic beverage I ever had was I was at my grandmother's house, or condo, I suppose, and she decided to have a coconut rum and Fresca.
Oh.
that sounds
I-
vile.
She was like, "Oh, do you want one?" I was like, "No, that's fine. I'll be okay." It's like, "Well, you haven't even tried it." I was like, "That's true." So she eventually insisted it so much, so I was like, "All right, fine. I'll take a sip of this." And it was by far the worst alcoholic beverage I've ever put in my mouth. And not far behind it was Bacardi Tropical.
Oh,
also
yeah,
terrible.
some of the Bacardis are not.
Yeah. So
Really?
that's the 3 worst things I've ever had as a drink.
Some of the Bacardis are really nasty. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah, some of
really not okay. Like, who decided this?
Like a Bacardi Silver is fine. Like whatever, it's just a relatively cheap rum. But yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah.
the weird flavors. No.
No, yeah, no, I've had some nasty
worst-
tasting Bacardis.
Worst alcoholic thing I have had is there is a mixed drink called horse jizz. Don't ever get that. We all tried it as a ha 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 ha. You won't drink that, and none of us drank it.
Oh.
It is a 50-50 mix of light beer and milk,
Ugh.
Ugh.
It does.
and
that,
it tastes exactly like you think it would taste.
I mean, I've never tasted horse jizz, but I feel like if I did, it would probably taste a whole lot like 50-50 milk and beer.
I don't know, I feel like it would be at least a little bit more salty than that.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. So put some salt in it, and there you go. Now it's more authentic, maybe.
Put some
What we gotta
salt
do is we
in
gotta
it.
find someone who's we gotta find someone who's willing to both try the actual literal horse jizz and then make a drink out of normal foodstuffs that actually tastes as much like that as possible.
Oh,
Well, Stewie Griffin
brother.
I'm sure somebody has figured that out.
Somebody's
Well, I
on
don't
that.
drink,
Internet,
so-
and there's lots of weird people.
Athens doesn't drink. That's a good reason not to do it.
Yeah, okay. Have you,
right, so-
what have you had otherwise that was the worst?
I can't think of anything.
You've never
had a vegan dog?
had a drink that was disgusting?
I have a bad memory, so no.
Uh,
I barely remember what I did this morning.
fair enough. If it wasn't go to work, I don't know the answer. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, basically.
I had. I really don't like Jaeger. Anything that's
No.
Irish car bombs are literally the most disgusting thing I think I've ever drank. That was like a regular drink. Like I hate Irish car bombs. So I don't like Guinness and I don't like Jaeger. So like just combining
See,
them
I like,
together.
I
is
like
just,
Guinness, but not Jaeger.
Yeah, I don't hate the company because I really like Kilkenny, but I don't like Guinness the beer. So it's like, nah, no fam, none of that, thank you. Pass, hard pass. No way.
There's a drink that one of my friends used to really like called Diesel, and it's whiskey and Jaeger mixed together, and it is
Ew.
it's not the worst flavor, but it's definitely something that they intend you to like slam and not drink.
Yeah.
I've had pickle juice and
And I
grape
don't-
juice
I know I've
before. I
told
really
this-
liked it. Good.
I know I've told the story of my dad's first ever shot. I think I'm not sure if I've told it here because one day he got gifted a bit of Jaeger, like one of the smaller bottles. I don't remember how much they are. Like it's not even. I don't even think it's like 175 milliliters, but whatever. It's enough to have a few shots.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, well, you put it in the freezer and you take some Jaeger shots. He's like, I've never taken a shot. I'm like, well, you have shot glasses. He's like, yeah, I use them for measuring. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I guess that makes sense. Sure.
Sure,
Why not?
yeah, technically true.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
So I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna put it in the freezer, and then later on tonight, because I was visiting home for like some holiday, I think it was probably Christmas or something. We'll put it in the freezer, and a few hours later, we'll come back and we'll have a shot. I'm like, okay, cool. So we'll do that. A few hours later, I'm like, all right, Dad, this is a shot. You're not supposed to sip this. You're supposed to tip this glass back into your mouth and swallow the whole thing. One go, right?
Yeah.
Don't sip it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go on 3. We're gonna take the shot together. And that's when he tells me I've never really. He's like, he told me something. I don't remember what it was. Doesn't matter. But so I hit 3 and I just knocked the shot back because it's a Jaeger shot, and I know it's gonna be terrible if I sip it.
Yeah.
So I look back and he's like holding his like hand over his mouth, and I look at the shot glass, and about a third of it is gone.
Oh no.
And he's like, I sipped it. It's terrible. I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to sip it. You're supposed to take the whole. And
what
so
did
he's
I
like, all right,
just
all right,
say?
I got it. So then he sits there and he sips it more. I'm like, no, it's one motion. It's all the way back. And like he just didn't get it.
I can't think of anything mixed with Jaeger
cute.
that's like meant to be sipped. Like
No,
it's just not like a sipping.
it's not. It's
thing,
just
like,
it's
at
because
all.
it's disgusting.
I'm
I
sure
feel
there
like
is
Josh
some
hates the
weird.
black jelly beans.
I also
I'm
hate the
sure
black
there's some
jelly
weird
beans.
ass cocktail. Yeah, I'm sure there's some weird ass cocktail that it's just like the perfect like extra flavor for, but it's not any I know.
I don't really like Zambuca either. Also not great.
I managed to get some black jelly beans in boot camp because I was like, you know what? What the fuck? I noticed that the one of my instructors had a bowl of jelly beans and he had eaten all but the black ones. And so I just
Okay.
walked in the office and I was like, I noticed you don't like the black jelly beans. Can I have some? And it was like, what did you get on the last inspection? And I had gotten a perfect score. And I was
Of course you had.
And it was like it was one of those it was like, did you fold your clothes inspection? Like it wasn't exactly a complicated inspection. I was like, did you fold your shirts? Okay, good job. Here's a sticker. We didn't actually get a sticker, but like it was basically that. And so I was like, all right, fine. Here, have some jelly beans. I was like, yeah, jelly beans. And
Hell
that was probably the
yeah.
best thing that happened in all of boot camp. The thing is, boot camp sucks, but it's super easy as long as you can physically do the exercise. Like, there's nothing hard about it other than just you're going to be tired the whole time
Sure.
and probably sore for some of it.
We had the little red book that they keep that tells you how to fold everything that goes under your bunk. They
Yeah.
made a change to that while I was in boot camp.
Oh,
our
no.
Our chief had been out. So he comes back and he decides to do an inspection. he starts lifting up
Oh,
our bunks,
no.
and he's getting pissed, and he's throwing stuff, and he's getting mad, and he goes through everything, and he's busting our asses for it, and he gets petty officer walks in, and he's like, "Oh shit, Chief, no, the book changed. They were all right. They were all right. Like we just inspected them. They're all right." And Chief had been
Oops.
busting our ass for like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Oh no.
Like at a certain point, you got to think like if everyone is getting it wrong in the exact same way, maybe it's me that's wrong.
Maybe something's wrong. Maybe something's wrong.
Yeah.
But it was like, oops. Oh, that was fun. That was
Fun is one word for it.
Fun.
Yeah, Landon said he was gonna come, but he seemed excited, but I haven't seen him, so we got one extra spot open. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he got caught up with something. Landon,
Yeah,
come hang out.
Send it to Lev for now, since he's not here. Because we were full.
We need to learn about Canadian volcanoes, which absolutely do exist, Kip Davis.
I was gonna say, well, volcanoes are unexpected.
Volcanoes are allegedly real.
See, I understand the Canadian volcanoes. It's like if they're in the southern hemisphere, does the cone go down because the world's upside down?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. They actually erupt air into the earth. They suck the air from under the earth and inject it.
and that's what ejects out the other side.
That pushes the lava up the other side. Yep. Mm-hmm. You got it.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Volcanoes are just the Earth's farts.
In fact, actually, when Manya has to go outside, she has to put her harness on so she can connect to the various like hooks in the ground, so she doesn't fall off the earth because she's upside down.
That's
in
what
Australia.
moon boots were for.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you think Manya can afford good moon boots?
Yes, I do. Manya's got a great job.
Yes, of course I can. How do you know that I don't own them already? What the hell?
Well, I mean, I had to buy Space Marine 2 for you.
Hey, playing Space Marine 2?
Jandals? Where the fuck are my jandals, you baka? Where are they?
She's gonna throw a shoe.
You should try Space Marine 2 in German. It is so much a
Do you
different
see
experience.
this? Do you see this? I'm gonna smack you with that. I'm gonna smack your tail with that.
Okay. I'll
It's
be
my
prepared
favorite
for that.
jandal with the capybara on it. All right, so
That is cute.
I mean business.
Next time I'm in Australia, I'll watch out.
I don't think a ceratosaur is gonna respond too well to a sandal. You might want to get like.
Oh, you watch me make it respond well.
Manya's about to get Kung Fu Hustle on you.
Yep,
There's no winning.
Have you seen those like shorts where the mom is able to just like flip this sandal right into her hand from her feet and just go after the kid?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
the
gonna
classic
do.
Asian
I will
mom.
practice that art before you make it to Australia.
Wow.
I'll make sure of that.
All right.
Look at she's
I'll have
so
to
worried
practice my
about
sandal self-defense.
you. There is no such thing. I don't think
No, I
that's
just get my
real.
own sandals. Then we have a sandal fight. It's like a sword fight, but much closer range.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it one
Well,
of
it
those
depends on
things
how
that
big your
whoever
feet are.
throws the sandal first loses?
Well, Manya also has best to help her.
Well,
So
Manya
what's
has
our
home field
second question
advantage.
for the day? Oh, wait. No, we haven't even heard what Low Energy Vid's worst drinks are.
Yeah, what's the worst thing? Yeah.
I said it in chat. Hi, everyone, by the way.
Hey.
Hello.
Let's see. The worst domestic beer I had, and I'm drinking a Heineken, so this just shows you the level of crap I am willing to put in my body. But the worst one I ever had was in Cyprus. And the local bottling company that produces the bottled water that you saw in all the hotels thought it would be a very smart idea to also supply the hotels with, specifically the all-inclusive hotels, with their own beer. And they produced something called Cobb beer. And Cobb beer didn't even come in a bottle. You could only get it in a styrofoam cup. And the styrofoam cup tasted better. And the best way I can describe it is by the time I was getting back on the plane, I was starting to miss it. And I realized I got Stockholm Syndrome from the beer because it was free and endless.
Oh, yeah.
So you would just drink it until your brain connected it with beer. But that's you shouldn't let evil have that sort of power over you. You need to resist the flows of history like that. Don't let them revise history. It was a bad beer. Besides that, Pickleback, which someone bought me in a bar in Cleveland, and that was horrific. And everyone was wondering if I was pregnant, because that's apparently a sign in those parts that you're pregnant. You start ordering that shit. And that was pickle juice and Jameson. And the other one was Arrogant Bastard Ale, which is made to taste like ass. But if you like it, then nothing. They don't even praise you for liking it on the can. They're like, so what if you fucking like this? Who cares? We got your money.
I don't really like Heineken, but I like lime juice, and you can put a lot of lime juice in Heineken, and they always have limes whenever somebody has a Heineken. So it's like, oh, cool, you're drinking Heineken. Yeah, I got 12 slices of lime in it.
like
12
you
slices.
like martinis with 18 olives in it, you know?
Holy shit.
I like my martinis with 2 and with a bar spoon of olive brine. That's my go-to martini.
Ooh, that's
I like I don't know if you guys have these where you're at. Have any of you ever had a Caesar before?
I've had the salad.
Yeah, no, the drink. It's Clamato juice.
It's a Bloody Mary with Clamato instead of tomato, basically.
Well, you don't usually put a tomato in it. They specifically make it like the Clamato juice is like just clam and tomato juice mix.
I've heard of it.
It got vodka, and sometimes it'll have like a pickle spear or celery stalk, or it's got like salt, pepper around the edge. It's really good.
Yeah.
So they ruined the Bloody Mary.
By adding clam juice.
You can't
like
ruin
them.
something that's horrible anyway. So
if you don't like Bloody Marys, and people around you are drinking them, order a Bloody Maria.
What's
They
the
do
difference?
tequila instead of vodka, and it mellows it out a ridiculous amount.
I feel like you are way too into tequila.
No, I'm way too into whiskey. Tequila is what I have tonight.
All right,
I'm out of whiskey. Well, I have my emergency stash whiskey, which when this is gone, I'll probably get some.
The emergency stash of whiskey.
I got.
Well,
8
I
cans of
actually
this
have a
shit
bunch of
that I gotta
flavored
bow
whiskey
out.
too, but I don't do flavored whiskey too much.
What flavor is it?
I have chocolate, salted caramel, peanut butter, and pineapple.
Salted caramel
and
sounds
watermelon.
really good, honestly.
The
Pineapple
salted
sounds
caramel
terrible.
is pretty good. I
I've had
haven't
the
tried the
peanut
pineapple
butter
yet.
one.
Blackberry's the worst. Do not get the Crown Blackberry whiskey. Do not. It's
Got
just
it.
cough syrup. It's just cough syrup.
I've had that. I've had something equivalent to it anyway.
Now, if you get Ensign Red instead of Crown, I don't like Ensign Red's just whiskey as much as I like Crown, but I like their flavors better than I like Crown's flavors, and they have more of them.
Yes, it is clam juice. It's clam juice and tomato juice mixed together, so it's called Clamato. And
It's a portmanteau.
The only thing I do with clam juice is make clam chowder. That's
It is one of the best uses for clam juice.
yeah, that is pretty good.
I actually
see
usually make
clams. Clams are nice.
I usually make fisherman's chowder, so I usually do clam chowder, but you put a can of tomato paste in it, and then I'll throw in like crab and shrimp and some salmon and some whatever, and I'll throw a whole bunch of
Wait,
stuff in
you're
it. And
you're
make
making a tomato-based seafood chowder?
Yes.
We are no longer friends.
You're
That
kicked
does
out of the
seem-
game.
That does seem like a no
Kicked out of the
combination.
game.
I make
Get him out
I make
of
a
here.
great big huge pot, and I put 1 can of tomato paste, just enough that it kind of makes it just a little like darker in color. It doesn't
Everybody-
make a like tomato flavor.
I regret to inform
What?
you, Dr. Hobnaw was in a horrible runabout accident. He's dead.
Somebody in the chat is asking what is clam juice though. I don't know what to tell you. It's clam juice. That's
It's
all.
the
That's all
juice
it
from a
is.
clam.
Squeeze clam. If you squeeze a clam hard enough, the juice comes out.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
don't ask
clam.
what that juice is.
It's clam.
You know when you open a can of tuna that's in water, you have that water that you drain? Imagine if it was clams and you drank the water.
Yeah.
Which I do because hell yeah, I need my goddamn salty goodness.
Ooh, speaking of which, there is a cocktail that uses that tuna water in the cocktail.
Ooh.
Why?
I don't know what it tastes like because I'm not drinking that.
What?
I mean, I imagine it tastes like tuna.
Why is
imagine
it
there's tuna.
spicy?
Depends on what else is in it.
I
can't
don't
imagine too many
remember. Let me see if I
things.
can find it.
Dill. Maybe there's dill in there.
Ooh.
A dill-based cocktail. Actually, probably
You
could make a
could-
dill-based cocktail. And
You
make
could
it not
definitely
terrible.
make like a pickle, like dill pickle based drinks. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I stumbled into a lot, like the Patreon of how to drink?
Apparently,
Invite that man.
Apparently-
Bring him over.
it
By the way,
started
he
a
talks
challenge,
about
and there's a
Firefly
lot of
from
them
time
now.
to time.
Good.
Oh.
There should be.
Wow. That's
Okay, I found it. I found it.
Information.
It's I can't believe I didn't remember the name of this. It's a shot. It's called a hot Mexican hooker. It is
Yeah.
tequila, tuna juice, and Tabasco.
Okay.
Oh, so it's okay.
and wait. Where's the alcohol?
Tequila.
Oh, how did I just miss the word tequila?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Whatever. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
It's okay.
And then there's
You'll
a
be
seaside
forgiven.
mule, which is rum, mango, and tuna juice.
I've seen that on chalkboards in seaside bars, and I had no idea what it meant.
Always ask what's in a cocktail before you order it if you don't already know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never just point at something randomly and go, maybe with a
Some
beer.
of them
but
are very
not with-
weird.
Yeah, not
I
with a
haven't done that in
cocktail.
a long time. I've definitely done that, but not in a long time.
Chesh
Speaking of
does
which,
it,
my
and then
glass-
suddenly it's just a lavender infused vodka. That's the whole thing.
They just,
my
they
glass
just
is
bring,
empty. I'm going to fix that.
just bring out a goddamn truck full of lavender water for a bath and just put out to your veins. Like
I'm
Barney.
just,
What are you-
I'm just a Biff from fucking Back to the Future, and instead of a thing full of manure, it's all lavender.
It's just lavender. I was actually thinking you were going to become to Veruca Salt and you just blown up.
Landon made it.
Landon!
Hi, Landon.
Hello! Good to see you, good folks.
What did you do?
Good news, Landon. I'm clearing out all the heretics for you. Don't worry about it.
Excellent, excellent. That heretics. Of course, heretics
Another
is a
good news.
relative term. 'Cause
Yeah,
some-
you don't
I
want
mean-
to
Another
that
good
kind of
news-
worms with the
another-
imperial truth there, Landon. You'll be
Another
here
good
all
news
day.
is I threatened Dapper with a jandal, so
Oh,
Yeah, she did. Because I correctly pointed out that I was the one who ended up spending my $20 on her video game. And that's
he was
why I assume she
questioning
just.
whether I could afford moon boots. Like
This is
So what-
unwelcome to
and-
context.
And I was like, I can.
oh.
What makes you think I can't? And what makes you think I can't? You know, I don't already have those. And he's like, well, I got the $20 gift for you. I'm like, baka. So I threatened him with a jandal because he's like, you bought the game. I didn't ask for it, but I'm grateful. That doesn't mean you get to play with it.
You
It's
didn't
genuinely
technically ask for it, just unintentionally.
Bad idea to challenge money on something. Although, if you are one step beyond, you can challenge her on something that will cause problems as opposed to.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, by the way, the gameplay footage I have on here, I want to shout out to Ashley Loves Lahai, who's sometimes in chat. We were playing this mission together, and she bought.
Oh, nice.
Well, she used the in-game currency to buy the cosmetic items to be a Minotaur Space Marine. So I
Whoa.
appreciate that from her. So yeah,
Oh, so
Damn.
Not real
a
money.
tool chapter. Dope.
yeah.
Well, I
There-
mean, it's
look,
if-
there's
if
not
things
too many
keep going the way they're
non-tool
going-
chapters.
Lamenters.
If things keep going the way they're
counters.
going, the in-game money will be worth more than U.S. currency, anyways.
Well, yeah,
Fine.
but like, okay, non-tool chapters. We got Lamenters, we got Salamanders.
Space Wolves.
No, they're tools. They're just not
No,
as big a
they-
tool as like the Grey Knights.
No, I will concede heresy tools post. No, I'm actually gonna put a moratorium on this. We have a
Oh my
bad
God.
habit of railroading this into 40k every time we're on
Right,
screen
so-
together.
So could I instead ask what people are drinking? What are people drinking?
I got a shandy, a lemon shandy with a
Ooh.
vice beer.
I ran out of tequila and Mountain Dew.
I'm just gonna
have
come
a
in
glass
here
of
real
whiskey
quick
now.
and not call it a bad habit, just a habit. Just
Yeah,
a quick
yeah.
correction.
I did
Thank
grab
you
I
for
did grab
not
the Ensign
pretending
Red
it isn't real.
pineapple. So I did grab the pineapple whiskey just to
Ooh,
pineapple.
nice.
Just to get through it.
So just to try because I haven't tried it yet.
pineapple whiskey, and you had a Dapper. What did you have?
A summer shandy. It's a lemon and vice shandy.
Okay, summer shandy.
Okay.
And Lev, what's
Heineken, and I am currently cracking open my second.
And
So-
what about Manya?
I'm having tea.
Tea.
Oh, Ashley, who I
The-
just shouted out, is in the chat. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi,
Hey,
Ashley.
Ashley.
So I have
So if you get the pineapple instant red, it just basically tastes like pineapple juice.
Oh,
Like
that's not terrible.
I can't even pick much whiskey flavor out. That's dangerous. You mix a cocktail with that, it'll put you on the floor before you
Yeah.
realize something's wrong.
So because this is rum and coke, I brought a rum. This is
I just heard-
rum.
Ooh, I love Plenary.
This is rum from Peru, and it was aged in bourbon casks in Peru for 12 years, and then they put on a ship for 2
Holy
years because the best rums were designed to be on ship-rated things. Many sailors were actually paid in rum, and
Not me.
wind up in France where they put it
Enjoyed the Royal
into
Navy there.
essentially fermented cask for another 2 years.
Wow.
So
So that's a total of 16 years?
Yeah.
Well,
And-
that's an older
Okay.
bottle because it's still plantation rum. They changed their name. They're Plantaray now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. I had a bottle. I just finished it off not too long ago. It still
So-
looks the same. Still got their ropes on it and everything. They just changed
Yeah.
their name.
But is it as good as before?
Yes, it is. Nothing's changed about the rum.
Excellent. So I don't have any coke because it would be a crime to mix this with that
Yeah,
awful
obviously.
sea thing. So I will do that. I'll have a glass of this, and if I need to drink more, I have lesser quality spirits.
Oh, have you heard that rumor is that the formula for Coca-Cola has been cracked?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Looks like a chemist just spent years working on it, and then finally seems like he probably cracked the formula for Coke, which means that because he did not actually get, he can apparently reproduce it pretty reliably, and so can other people, which also means that the fact that the formula for Coca-Cola is a trade secret, it doesn't matter anymore because he didn't get it from Coca-Cola. So even if he's right, that can just spread around, and it doesn't matter that there's a trade secret. It means technically, if you work for Coca-Cola,
Nice.
you can't reveal their formula. But if this guy's formula just happens to be the actual formula for Coke, Coke can't do a damn thing about it.
Because you can, and he wouldn't be reverse engineering. He derived something which is equivalent to some people's opinion, and Coke could
I
say it's
would
not.
point out that if Coke was smart, they wouldn't admit that was correct.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think they're going to. But apparently, the people who tried the formula and it's like, yeah, no, this just tastes exactly like Coca-Cola.
Dapper, is it lab coats? Because I'm on Google right now, and they've apparently cracked it.
I think it was. I don't super remember, so I'm not going to say yes, but I think that's correct.
Formula reportedly includes a precise blend of citrus, oils, lemon, lime, orange, coriander, cinnamon, neroli, and crucially, wine tannins. To
So
match
I'd
the
be
flavor
curious
profile.
to study how Coca-Cola has managed not to have this secret leaked.
I mean, very few people get to know what the exact ingredients are and what the exact proportions are.
Is it like 7 people?
That's
usually.
it's I don't know what the actual number is, but I know that when there's Coca-Cola bottling plants, they get the syrup from a central location. That is one of the few locations that gets to make syrup.
Atlanta, right?
I think it is in Atlanta.
Yeah,
but I'm not
I remember
positive.
the Futurama episode that is based around the bottling plant.
Oh yeah,
We have at my work.
Atlanta.
We make concrete. I work for a concrete company. I drive one of the big trucks, brings material back and forth, and I used to work in the office. And it's called self-consolidating concrete. It's concrete that does not have to have a vibrator to make it push out into the forms like it's supposed to. And it's just this weird chemical soup. And legally, we have to print out everything we put into the concrete, but we also have a trademark on that particular mix, so nobody else is allowed to do it. And our engineer specifically made it so that if you go off from the mix by little bit, it doesn't work.
So you don't need to do the the vibrating to pull out the gas holes and so
bubbles?
forth?
Yeah, so it was specifically our guy made it. We were pouring a parking garage, and because of some whatever BS reason, they couldn't like actually vibrate the forms. Something about how it was built, they couldn't like get to it. It wasn't OSHA wouldn't allow somebody to go into the form to vibrate it, because usually when you're doing a big pour, people are physically inside the form, climbing on the rebar, vibrating the concrete. They couldn't do that. So we made this special mix. Yeah, so we made this special mix that didn't have to do that.
Well, Hoover Dam ended up entombing several people because of that problem.
Yes, there's been a lot of bad accidents in concrete because of things like that. Especially like we were doing ski lifts, and you have to pour the concrete from a helicopter. So if you actually look up my YouTube channel, Zerolon, not the one I'm usually on with my wife, there's actually video of me putting concrete into one of the buckets that they carry with the helicopter. And they have accidents with that all of the time, because mixing like fragile helicopter with great big huge bucket of concrete doesn't always go well.
No.
There's something called material sciences for a reason. You know.
So talking about a person who knows about safety stuff. That person up there.
You're mirrored, Glenn. You got to point the opposite direction of what you think.
Oh, okay.
Oh
that
yeah.
Up there.
What was the question again? Sorry.
I also know safety stuff, but
yeah. Well, we're talking about pouring concrete safety, right? That people, and so his stuff has things where you don't have to do some of the more dangerous accessing forms things.
Yeah. So do you work on like large projects, like large scale projects, or like highways or motorways or stuff, or is it just like your regular neighborhood projects?
We do a bit of everything. We actually currently the California record for single largest pour. We currently hold it, which is 3,500 yards in one night.
Wow!
And that is the foundation that Table Mountain Casino sits on. We poured that in one night. We had
in one night.
In one night, we had to fire.
How many people were there?
To do that. Our entire company, and at the time, I think we had 50 trucks, and we actually had more drivers than that. We were like, we had like some of our office personnel in that, like, oh, I drove a truck 10 years ago. My license is still valid. Get in the truck, then. We had like my job. My job
Manya
as
is
one of the
not
senior
happy.
drivers. So my job as a senior driver was to sit at the job site, and when one of those guys came in, I gave them an empty truck and took their loaded truck. So I emptied the truck and then dropped the loaded truck for them. So all I was doing was just unloading trucks one after another while they were bringing in the trucks.
Yeah, maybe future, if they have a license, get them reassessed for competency once in a while, because you never know, you might need them.
Oh no, we don't do that in the United States. If you have a license and you pass your medical, you're good. That's it.
Oh no, but it's like, okay, it might not be the law. Okay, it's about how far you're gonna go safety wise, right?
So
someone can get complacent over the years if they had not driven a truck, but they still have a license, right? And also they might not be aware about any laws that may have been modified and changed, and any new,
true.
New things that may have been introduced. So it might be a good idea to send them for assessment, or have an experienced driver on your site to reassess them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to go out and spend money.
This is how you nerd snipe on money. You bring up a safety thing and have her go, oh, no, you don't.
So concrete mixer trucks are, they're known for eating stupid people. That drum is several thousand pounds.
I don't like the term stupid people, but please go on.
And it has several tons of concrete in it, and the hydraulics that are turning it are at like a ridiculous amount of pressure. If you get hung up in that, there is zero safeties. It will chew you up. I lost a thumbnail to it one time. Doing what you were supposed to do, I lost a thumbnail to it one time because a piece of metal was slightly bent. So we are.
So that tells me. So there's no alternative equipment that you can use or anything like that. It has to be that. It
has to be that truck. It's got to be that truck because it's got to mix the concrete while it goes.
What's the model? Do you know the model or anything like that? Maybe send it to me
Monty's
later. I'll have
already
a
at
look
work.
it.
McNeilist is the one we use. We use Schwinstetter a little bit, but
Got
mostly
her.
we use McNeilist.
McNeilist.
Yeah, so if you look up McNeilist mixer trucks, so the actual like cab of the truck can be whatever. They drop the mixer thing on it.
Yeah.
Fun fact: mixer trucks do not have suspension in the rear. They're just sitting on a walking bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty dangerous. So we have two fleets. We've got the fleet I work in now that runs the dump trucks. We got the mixer fleet. We put some of the dump truck drivers in mixer trucks. Like, oh, they're only going to do this job. Are no longer working for us. Dispatch managers like, well, yeah, but that job's done. They could do some other jobs. We had so many concrete spills that day. It was so bad.
Ooh.
So I can
Hey,
see that the design is like that you go to the top of it to pour something in. That's what it is.
So that's the hopper.
Yeah, the
We
hopper.
back the
Yeah,
truck-
the auger
we
or the
back the
hopper.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we back the truck under the plant has a big, we call it a boot, big rubber thing that goes into that hopper, and all the concrete loads from there. So you go up there
Yeah.
to wash it down. You operate it from straight beneath that. There's a set of controls that you operate it from. There's also a set of controls in the cab. But you go up there to wash it, and you'll notice that there's nothing between you and that spinning drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
just
if
like,
you
what
ever
the fuck?
If you ever get any part of you, any clothing, anything hung up in that drum will not stop. It will tear you
No.
up. It will remove limbs. It will cause degloving accidents. We had a guy get his
That's why you
knee-
don't wear loose clothing with that.
We had a
thing.
guy get his
Hey, low
knee hung
energy
up in it.
vids, lamenters.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Um,
absolutely right. But I'm actually engrossed in this because growing up in the 90s in Dublin, construction was everywhere. So you'd always see all the construction gear just scattered around as far as the eye can see on every corner. And that means tons of cement mixers. You'd hear the stories. You'd hear so many stories of like people, they would joke and say, oh, I lost my watch to that thing. But then you'd wonder, like, such and such's cousin lost his job and now he's seeking compensation. Why? Oh, because the cement mixer ripped his finger off. You know, like, like
my question is, isn't there a way to isolate that drum like that so it doesn't move while someone's cleaning it? I know there's a swing
Yes.
to it and everything.
So, let me make Manya cringe right now. When they clean that drum every about 6 months, somebody physically crawls into that drum with a air impact hammer.
Oh yeah.
And when that happens, they have to actually put a padlock on certain parts of the truck that will prevent that drum from being activated.
I hope the guy
Is it
who has the
interlock?
key is the guy
Is it
who's in
interlock
the drum.
tag out?
Yeah,
Is it interlock?
it's a specifically there is a part in the ignition that you can actually physically lock open so that the ignition can't fire, and you physically put a padlock on it, and the guy that goes in has the key to the lock.
Yeah,
But they go in there every so often and they chip that drum out. But no, when you're up there washing that, Manya, that drum's turning.
Yeah.
That drum's
that's what
turning
I'm
when you're up there
saying.
washing it. Yeah,
Is it-
you
is
wash
it
it while
like-
it's turning.
So is it like to make it easier for the drum to be or the auger to be washed? That's why it's moving, is it? Like,
It's-
what's
yeah,
the
because-
purpose of them moving?
So because you have to get every bit of concrete off the outside of the drum, if the drum wasn't turning, you wouldn't be able to do that. It would just, you would just wash the top and it would all go to the bottom, and so it has to be turning. And there's a big auger inside of it that moves the concrete. That has two main blades and two minor blades. And you have to get all of the concrete off of those, and it's the regular washout takes about 100 gallons of water. The end of the day washout takes about 400. So we use a lot of water cleaning those drums out.
But couldn't you do it like from behind a cage or something with pressurized water or something, like
You
high
could, but
pressurized water?
We don't have that at the job site.
I've seen those things being cleaned by guys with just their shirts off, just with like a regular garden hose. Like, that's
no good.
No, it's not good. Everyone knows it.
What I would advise is to have the whole thing behind a fucking cage or something like that. Fucking cage. Why am I fucking what the fuck? Okay, excuse me.
This is how you nerd snipe Manya.
No, stop.
You see,
So-
Here,
we could have gone
just-
down the 40K route, but instead we're going down the health and safety
Oh.
route instead.
Which I think, by the way, is
just-
more
and
important.
use like a high pressurized wash, like a wash system to do it, instead of
I
like
just
having the
did
person
Chesh.
too close.
Yeah, I just sent Chesh a picture of what is called a slider truck. They're a very rarely used mixer truck that we are the only company in California that uses. So that she can forward that to Manya. It's even worse.
Hold on.
So,
Did you
so-
say
so
a slider
Chesh-
truck?
Yes. It's a
Oh.
it's a mixer truck, except it's a semi truck. It's on a trailer, and the axle on the trailer can be slid back and forward.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. Oh yeah. I hate it.
Yeah, mixers they're known for causing damage. We are very careful about who like when we train. Like if you're a little too gung ho, if you're not the appropriate level of afraid of the mixer, we don't let you near them. And if you're ever not appropriately afraid of the mixer, because there's an appropriate level of fear. If you have no fear of the mixer, you shouldn't touch it. If you're too afraid of the mixer, you shouldn't touch it.
I feel like I would make an exception for the guys who come in MAGA hats.
We
I'll
have
make
one
it
of those.
right up in there. Just go for
We
it.
have
No.
one of those.
No.
Oversized
Hey.
t-shirts and huge baggy pants. Yeah, go in. Yeah. Here's
You could
the
say
spot.
Wear a
No.
tie, actually. You
The
should wear
mixer is a
tie.
hoax.
No.
You could say apply for ice jobs here and point into
Yeah,
the...
right at the bottom of the mixer.
No.
I mean, during the summer we do put ice in the drums, so I mean, why not?
Well, there you
Oh
go.
my
See?
God.
For each dose checks here.
We actually was it 2 hire groups ago. We hired
Tell-
2 MAGA guys. One was a
You could
Hispanic
tell 'em-
MAGA guy.
Oh
His-
god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have either one of those. The one went back to doing drugs, and the other rear-ended a truck. So yeah, we don't have either one of
Whoops.
those.
You know what you could do is you could tell you could put a sign up on the drum that says illegals here and with an arrow pointing down toward the bottom so that they can go in and
Oh
check
my
for the
God.
illegals at the bottom. And then you could actually make it true by just tossing a few like joints under there or something. It's like, what? It's true. There were some joints in there. We found them.
Hey,
Weirdest
that
thing
ain't
I've
waste
ever
of good
seen.
weed. Now put
Yeah,
the
weirdest thing
stems
I've
in the
ever seen
joints
come
coming
out of a mixer truck.
yeah.
We had a Canadian goose getting one once.
Oh,
And
oh no.
we were reporting at the job site, and then the goose came out of the obviously it
Yeah.
was no longer amongst the living, but we had the goose come out of the truck. We're like, what is this? This big old ball of concrete. We're trying to get it wedged out of the little collector that's underneath, and we're like, okay. We get squirrels in them all the time because they dig in our sand pile and end up scooped up by the loader and put. So we get squirrels in there all the time, but never a goose.
Normally a goose. Yeah, that's a pretty unusual
In the
one.
UK, apparently badgers can be a major factor of them going in. They try to set up nests, and you're just thinking like, but badgers are like they're underground. Why would they go up over? It is literally just a giant back end of it.
It's confined
Present-
space. So it's a
It's-
confined
I can't-
space. That's what they're looking for. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many
Camera
rodents.
box.
I can tell you how many rodents I've seen inside of an electrical distribution panel that was put outside because they like to go in
Yeah.
there in the winter when it's nice and warm in there,
Warm,
and then they like
yeah.
to gnaw on things. And
This apartment
Yeah.
in the wintertime, if I put the heating on, it used to be guaranteed that the rats would flock to this building. Not just my apartment. I would draw them in like the fucking like Pharaohs of Alexandria. And then what would happen after that? I'll tell you what happened. Our traps would get them, and the word would get out among the rat kind to avoid this place. This is the place of death. But I didn't want that to come to it. I wanted them to leave us alone. But I mean, they're cold too. So
Yeah.
Usually things end up in the mixers not because they got in the mixer, but because they got into the sand stockpile. It's a nice pile of easy to dig in material. So, squirrels and things will try to make dens in it. And when you're in the load, because I run the loader too, you're way up in the air. You've got a big bucket. You don't see things like that. And you just, grab a huge scoop of material. And if there's something in there, it's going in the truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, also hornets like electrical distribution centers too.
Oh God, yes.
I've heard that.
and
Yeah.
Hi.
When
they
I
love that.
ran,
It's
when
me.
I was a trucker long haul, they really like the stupid there's a box on the front. If you see like a big 53-foot trailer, there's a little box on the front, and the trailer's registration is in there because you have to have the registration for the trailer. They really like those registration boxes, and they really like the machine in the back that lets you slide the axles back and forward. They love getting in that. It's so much fun pulling that lever and just having Hornets go everywhere.
I once put my car in some long-term storage on base for a deployment. And when I got back and I opened up the trunk, yeah, there was just a hornet's nest in there. So I
bought a new car,
punched it out of the trunk, and I ran to the driver's seat and drove away as fast as I could, figuring that the Hornets probably wouldn't be able to catch up with me. And I was right. They did not catch up with me.
I am here to throw a wrench in the conversation real quick.
Oh, no.
So we have some potential debates coming up that have questions. Now, I'm not going to ask the one that everybody is going to be talking about next week because Dapper's here, and we're going to let Dapper do that on his day. But I posited something on Blue Sky that seems to have turned into a discussion, and I'm curious what you guys think, as well as what chat thinks, and to see if we can find debaters for this. And the question is the United States actually good at war?
Oh, I saw that.
So, I mean, have at the
they're bombing people. They're bombing people. They are at war. Simple as that.
No. But the question is, are they good at it? Yeah, the United States is good at blowing things up and stacking up body counts. But war is about achieving objectives, and the United States is dog shit at achieving objectives.
Especially if you don't have an objective, you don't fail to achieve it.
Yeah, you lose automatically when you don't have an objective.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
War is all about attrition. It's about running the other country out of the ability to fight first. And the United States just has such an advantage on that they don't have to be good at it. Like, it's kind of like if you were playing chess and one guy gets 3 pieces and the other guy gets 30,000 pieces. It doesn't matter how bad the one guy is. He's got 30,000 pieces. Like,
well, it looks like the debate is between me and Zerolon.
Well, I want to throw my hat in this because I think my 17,000 hours of Hearts of Iron makes me key for political discourse when it comes down to war.
Course.
All right. So what I've found with America is after World War II, you guys have the power, but not the will to go to war, but not really win it. And the most obvious is Vietnam. But like you could, I don't like quoting this bastard because I really don't like the guy. But John Morgan, he once said America. He told me once time America should win every war they've ever had by just slaughtering the enemy until they obey. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not really what America's about, is it?
Russia is sort of famous for that same sort of thing too.
They're trying to bring us to that.
Yes, that's what a lot of Republicans want, but the bulk of, not even all Republicans, but the bulk, but some, especially ones in power, would love America just to become this steamroller of death that does whatever it wants. And the thing is, if you did have the will for that, you wouldn't be America, you would be Nazi Germany or Mao's China or all those other ones.
That person you refer to has a number of problems, so I wouldn't counter what the other person says.
No, but he did get down to a truth.
I think no. But I think the problem is not so much, and to be fair, it's not so much a political party. It's the lack of spineless Congress who doesn't assert its authority, and because the U.S. has not declared war since World War II and has failed to do so, and Congress is too spineless to say yes
no
or
other
no.
country has either. I actually checked this out. No other
but they don't have constitutions. They have some monarch people who say
some countries have constitutions, or at least if not constitutions, then equivalents.
So
like France has a pretty
Canada was at
idea
war
of what America is.
with Denmark.
So what I will say about the U.S. Constitution and what has been grossly abused for a long time is that because the president is commander-in-chief, he's allowed to say, hey, put troops here. And when they inevitably be, when he puts them in the line of fire and they get shot at, well, now we're allowed to defend ourselves and it's not a war. That should not have ever been the case.
No.
Well, it's also the case where it says, that they do the, well, of course you support the troops, right? There's this notion of you got to do it, so they put the troops in the way, and for you to say I got to support the troops because otherwise,
No,
I'm a
Landon, I got to push back on that one because you've lived in the UK. How often is Poppy Day justifying the war in Iraq? It's not.
Oh, yes,
but if this was in America, you guys would outright use it as an excuse to bomb another mosque. We're justifying all our dead veterans by destroying this girls' school in Iran. No, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
But,
the Orange Juice
the
canoe,
amount
the
of
Orange
time
Juice
that
canoe assured
Britain
us.
actually declared war on an entity that they say, no, this is the colony that we're trying to maintain, right? The
They got their
colonization
empire.
was a whole bunch of declared wars. Just ask the lot of the people that were suffering from
Now,
that. Again,
I
so-
have to point in, the Orange Juice canoe assured us they stole that missile and bombed themselves.
because
they
but-
were bombed
but-
the whole time.
but I refer you to the South Park song "Big Head South is a fucking douche," right?
Yes.
If you're
What?
feeling like
No.
that's a South Park song. I'm not swearing. I'm just quoting the title of the song.
Okay.
And you got to watch the episode. But he said that the United States is the only ones capable of using those kind of missiles, right? That's unique. So but again, it's spineless Congress who has not been able to assert its authority. And I think there's some fixes
They don't want
to
to.
make it much easier for Congress to actually do its job, right?
But they don't want to right now.
Because
I like how Landon is still saying that, the United States has some kind of constitutionally based government in which the Congress has
No.
actual authority over a president
don't.
who just defies court orders anyway.
Well, he also thinks President Force are losers.
So it's there, but it's not being implemented. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I think so that it's
Yeah.
present.
What we have right now-
if the people in the government and in the Congress are willing to exercise it, it's there for them to do it. And I get Dapper's point also. If the Congress and the chosen, people are not willing to exercise this, it is practically just a tool lying there, just useless.
I'm actually saying it's worse than that. I'm saying even if they did exercise it, we have a president who does not care about other
He would ignore it anyways.
sources of power.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
do you
it
think
depends. I will add to that it depends how far they're willing to use the tool against the president, right?
Yeah.
Trump can say
Okay,
that he
well,
doesn't care about it and blah 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 blah. But how far are they willing to go and kick him in the back for it? Like
To
All right,
quote
let's
Trump,
say tomorrow.
yeah.
to quote Trump, I'll be a
Let's say-
dictator on day one.
Let's say tomorrow Congress passes a resolution that says all military action in and around Iran and against any Iranian targets must cease right now.
Hmm.
What do you think Trump would do? Because I think there's a fair chance he'd say,
Bitch.
bomb them anyway.
Bomb them
Yes,
anyways.
but here's the
He will-
point. At
he
that
will
point, who's
try-
going to be complacent and say
Well,
yes, Mr.
here,
President, or no, Mr. President?
Let's put this in perspective, Manya. The Supreme Court said Trump's tariffs were illegal. What did Trump do? Put in more
Impose more.
tariffs.
But to be fair, there are
Unbalanced.
different ways for the president to do trade, and the Supreme Court has not weighed in on those things. They just said that particular act that he used was improperly used. That's the ruling. And so
So he
it's
found
not the
another
case-
way to implement them, I guess.
No,
So
and
that's-
then the problem is that the
He's skipping
Congress again has given the executive branch something where they need to take that power back and say, tariffs are a tax, and Congress is the only one that allows tax. If I were the Supreme Court, I would declare those other means unconstitutional to say only Congress can impose a tax, not the executive branch. Congress
problem with
is
that,
not
Landon?
allowed to give away its second authority.
What we have right now isn't our three branches of government that we're supposed to have. What we have is MAGA Republicans who have a majority in all like branches. So it doesn't matter what is supposed to happen. Whatever the MAGA, which it's Trump's insane. He's not running it. He's not the one. He's not the one running the show right now. No way. He's out of it. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's his,
whatever
it's the
whatever
people
they
around
want
him.
to happen is what's going to happen.
All right, I gotta say this. Americans have this bizarre notion that because you writ something down, I did say writ, something down 200 years ago, or give or take, that you guys now will always follow it, and it will always be true, and will always be correct. And it's just this, the rest of the world kind of stares at you like, what? Your country's corrupt. Why don't you understand
That's
that?
actually not true, Liv. Because in fact, it's a Supreme Court that is the one that will declare to
Yeah,
other
your
courts.
Supreme Court is corrupt. What part of that don't Americans understand?
No, we do. We do. That's the problem is because it's
Then
corrupt.
why don't you understand how to build a guillotine outside the Supreme Court? Like, it's just that simple. Like, just be like, right, you don't want to play this game, we'll play ours. And then start singing the Internationale or some shit like this. Like, America has to stop thinking your institutions will save
responding
you.
to Dead.
Well,
responding to
America
Dead
will
in
save
chat.
itself eventually, right? Because I think that
Yeah.
the good news is that
It's kind of
many
defeatist
people
thinking like that, though.
do not
Think
approve
about it.
what's going
Something
on,
will
and
happen
eventually
someday.
this will fix. But and I say that because history has shown in our republic that we've been in bad situations before, and it takes various calamities to get us unstuck, and that's unfortunately what happens.
So to respond to Dead in chat, who are they? Who's pulling Trump's strings? We will find that out when Trump kicks the bucket and the power vacuum starts. Until then,
In
we
my
don't know.
opinion, it's most probably the Middle East, like the Saudi and all.
It's whoever currently has a really good grip on his balls or his wallet.
I think it's mostly just whoever's giving in the most money is the they.
Yeah.
I don't think it's some
complex.
Yeah, I don't think it's some deep conspiracy. It's just like someone's gonna offer a huge donation to Mar-a-Lago or something, and then Trump's like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever you want, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
don't
also
think it's some shadowy cabal or
cryptocurrency
something.
stuff. I think so. It's also the cryptocurrency stuff that he's into a lot, and that's also giving him a lot of payback at this time.
Crypto has become a pretty good way to transfer money for illicit deals. So it's less that the crypto is the source, and more it's just like that's just kind of common ground for them.
Because that's for example, one of the ways that North Korea funds its nuclear program. It's one of the ways that Russia forms its war in Ukraine. One of the ways that Iran.
So I guess we know who the players are. Follow the money.
Remember, I'm dropping the official Dapper Dino scam token soon. So get your wallets ready. It's going to go to the
You're
moon.
saying
I can
scam
guarantee
token?
you.
Oh, you're very
Scam
confident.
token. Yep.
You're
Scam
very
token's going to the moon, guys. It's going to replace the petrodollar, and also it will be useful for hookers and blow.
You'll actually buy the crypto island that was originally planned from Crypto Land. You'll actually follow through. Just trust the system, guys.
Yeah, we're going to the moon. Everyone's getting a Lambo.
And
everyone's getting a Lambo.
I ever mentioned that cryptocurrency is a scam? I don't.
Yeah.
Well, scam token.
Hey,
really? You don't say that.
Do you know who called cryptocurrency a scam? Donald Trump. Donald Trump called cryptocurrency
So
a scam.
I advocate 100% tax on the value of the cryptocurrency on a daily basis.
Okay.
I think that's probably fair.
I would actually make it really dickish, and I would have 1% of a 1% tax on all crypto every day, and just watch it slowly unravel as all the crypto bros devour each other like a bunch of parasitical worms in a pot, as they're desperately trying to keep themselves afloat a day longer.
Make it like some weird advent calendar where every so many days you have to file your taxes, and then make the actual taxes some horrible algorithm that you have to follow through, and it has to be done pen and paper on, and just make it such a pain in the ass to file.
And they have to
like the IRS
the last $0.0000001 to explain where that $0.00001 went.
Also, how come Advent gets fun calendars but Lent doesn't? What's the deal with that?
Well, actually, I did have a Lent calendar. It was a gimmick thing, but I got it from the Irish Post Office. Yeah, they made a Lent calendar because the Irish Post Office is always trying to keep afloat, and that's why I get a Christmas card or every year that also includes, I shit you not, a single bag of tea. They put a single bag of tea in every one of them.
That's nice.
Yeah, just as a sort of like, here's your first Christmas gift of the year. We hope you had a great time with us. And I'm like, oh yeah, the Irish Post Office is still a thing. Anyway, nice tea. It's Barry's.
Talk about weird single items handed out.
I have some loose leaf Lapsang Souchong tea, which is one of my favorite Chinese teas. It's so black teas are roasted, right? Like the difference between a black tea and a green tea is that the black tea has been roasted, right? That's the difference. And Lapsang Souchong is particularly roasted, so it has a smoky flavor. And actually, if you make tea eggs with it, if you've ever had tea eggs, if you make it with Lapsang Souchong, it's almost like you put some liquid smoke in that egg. It's quite nice.
Yeah, Dapper, that almost sounds like Lao Shanglong, which is a monster in Monster Hunter.
I cannot confirm or deny that there is any connection there. I have no idea.
Oh.
But a friend of mine in Washington, back when I lived in Washington, turned me on to Lapsang Souchong tea eggs, and they are great.
Cool.
Yeah, so there are some states now that are banning cryptocurrency machines, in part because they look to say that a lot of people who are scammed, they're pretty active in scamming, particularly someone who does like the gift card scam, and the person who cashes in the gift card takes some of the cash, deposits in cryptocurrency, and collects a fee, right? And they get people who have been scammed to say, hey, you're a victim of scamming. We can help you recover, and you can help, quote, the FBI or whoever it is, catch the crooks, and to get the person to willingly money mule. And they take part of the thing for themselves and put the rest into cryptocurrency so it can be money washed, which is why, again, cryptocurrency is a scam. And if you use it, I would wish that you would stop, right? Just pretend like you've lost your money and go and do something useful with it.
Crypto is just not. Do what? What's his name? Two Guns told me in the early days of crypto he did.
What?
He put 500 in, and then he made about 4 times as much, and then he pulled it out. And I'm like, isn't that bad for the market? He's like, yeah. That was it. So what of it?
When I was in college, my degree was going to be in business administration with an emphasis in software technologies and applications. So I did a lot of computery weird stuff, and I ran what are called monkey honeypots. They were computers that went online with really rudimentary, like basic bullshit AI, and intentionally tried to get every virus they could. And you would then collect that data and sell it to antivirus software.
Ooh,
and it would always get that weird scammer that's like, oh yes, let me get onto your computer. Do that. Sure, I have a computer you can connect to.
I watched Kid Boda, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, Kid Boda is so cool. Especially with this like voice changer thing, it's like, and the way he just like rage bait
all his different characters.
Oh god.
No, I always loved giving them access to those machines because I don't care. Scam the crap out of that machine. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
But since I'm monitoring it, I'm like, I can see the upload. I can see it sending to you.
I love when they get really clever and they like hack the security cameras on the scam centers, and they're all looking up. They're all looking up like, I have to go home early today. Covering.
The problem is in some countries. Let me tell you, in some countries, these people genuinely think that they're working in call centers and it's a job.
Yes.
In some countries, they genuinely think that.
There are people that and they have sometimes they have a mix of what seems to be legitimate call center stuff to give it that air of appearance to try to convince people.
But it goes by apparently it goes by floor. So on some floor, on one floor, everyone is kind of on board. Everyone is kind of doing something okay. And then below that, and that's for like some sort of tax or legal reasons, I do believe.
Well, also,
so
you also have to give cash to the police officers in the area so that they
having at one point in time worked at a call center. I can assure you, if you were running a scam like that out of a call center, those people are so just soul crushingly dead anyways, they wouldn't care.
No,
it's true.
They just whatever.
I've seen compilations of like where they break characters. Hell, forget the scam call centers for like my hello, I am from technical support and all that shit. No, try the ones you get on like dating apps and shit.
Yeah.
One guy recently just broke character with me on Tinder, and this was like, man, I'm from Germany. My friends have gotten me in deep with money and I can't pay back, and they're just ripping me apart, and I don't know what to do. And I gave him like genuine advice of like, what the fuck you have to do with your life, brother, and like start by cutting ties with your so-called friends, because friends don't do this. And he's like,
yeah, they don't do that.
I know, man, but what do I do? And like, it's like, all right, what you do is, where were you before this? And he was like, I was living with my parents. Go back with your tail between your legs, because clearly something has gone wrong. That's okay. Tomorrow is another day. You can go, you can process, you can think, yeah, you're going to get grilled, so what? And like, he's like, yeah, but I spend, and he started talking about all his like weird habits of spending the money that he gets from scamming, and I just blocked him at that point.
Well, that's a problem.
Because he was missing all the points I was trying to make.
Yeah.
Or chose not to, but yeah. There's another thing that some of these people that scam baiters and people that are pranking scammers run into are slave labor camps in Burma, and I use their dead name explicitly because that junta
around the
they trick people from various countries to come in and basically then enslave them, and they're kind of locked into this process.
That's where you see
before
that
we get too
meme
far
of
from
all the
call center
phones on the wall.
Please,
I Dapper, you said something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, pro tip: if someone ever requires you to give them money for you to get a job with them, that's a scam.
No.
That's a scam. So before we get too far from call centers, let me tell you my second favorite customer interaction that I ever had. My first one's too long, but let me tell you my second favorite. I had this woman. She was very upset. She wanted a free iPhone, and we wouldn't give it to her, and whatever. And finally, she gets really mad at me, and she says, "Why don't you just put it on a camel?" Excuse me, ma'am. Well, that's what you do there in Egypt, isn't it?
Zerlon sounds very Egyptian. I can hear the Arabic accent all the time.
Actually, you say that the Tuareg would put it on a camel, but they also won't be in a call center either. They're nomadic people, and they don't consider themselves to be Egyptian unless
I guarantee
authorities.
At least one Algerian call center.
Unless
I don't think this racist lady knows what Tuareg
actually
is.
require them to do it. And I say this because of somebody who actually had spent over 2 months traveling across the Sahara with the Tuareg, starting in Egypt and ending up in Morocco. They're fun people, and they have nothing to do with technology. They just carry salt from
the best part is I'm at this point in time, I'm the lead escalation supervisor for, I don't want to say the company name, so we'll make one up, Verizon Wireless.
Okay.
So I'm like the main guy for basically the person who wants to talk to the manager's manager. I'm the guy they talk to. And that was me for about 6 months. So I have to be very professional. So I can't correct her that like, well, she's actually thinking India, not Egypt. And our outsourced call centers.
No, we don't do that in India either. No.
Yeah, our outsourced call centers are. Well, that's
come on, now, mind you, you have camels, don't you?
You do.
We have, but we don't put iPhones on them. What the
I don't think anyone does. I don't think that's.
I want to see a camel riddled with iPhones just wandering the dunes.
I'm talking the stereotypes. So the stereotype call center is India, but at Verizon, our outsourced call centers are in mostly the Philippines. And I was, in fact, I worked for an outsourced call center, so it wasn't Verizon that cut my check. It was Ryla. But I'm an outsourced call center in California. But do you think anybody believes us that we're in California? No.
Nah.
That's
Yeah.
why whenever I talk about these, and man, I don't always try to add the accent, but I really have to understand that people understand this. Hello, I am Michael from Microsoft.
Yeah,
Technical
just use your real
Support.
name, man.
No, you're not. Your name is Ali. You're probably from Pakistan, and you want my money, and I'm not going to give it to you. Sorry, brother. I know
Actually, sometimes
you are.
even when it's actual customer service, and they're like with a heavy Hindi accent saying like, "Oh, my name is Tom Jones." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's fine. I
Yeah.
don't care.
They have
Yeah.
I don't
different
actually care what your
names
name is either
sometimes,
way.
don't they?
But like, why are you lying to me? I know your name is not like the whitest name in the world. I don't
So
care."
I am
our
John
call
Smith.
center,
I am a pilgrim.
we had a hard rule that we couldn't use anything other than our actual names. So it was a hard,
Okay.
like I had one of my employees, he went by Andrew, but his actual name was Jason. He was Jason Andrew, and he always went by Andrew. I'm like, I'm sorry, you have to use your first name. Like I don't personally, I don't care. Like I don't care, but company policy, you have to use your actual like legal first name.
That's when you change your legal first name.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
so I had at work, an employer who said your username must be first letter of your first name, last name. That had to be your username. And so I changed my name to Charles Hongo. So they forced me to use my Ray Hongo. I got the username, and then I changed my name back. THR,
Nice.
right? And
so
there you go.
My dad and I both worked for the power company for a while.
That is
they
excellent.
do that
I
same,
appreciate this.
They both did they did that same like first name, last name, like first initial, last name. But my dad and I have the same first and last name.
Oh no.
So
When
when
I was in the Navy, we had a guy who had we had two guys who had the same first name and last name and the same middle initial.
Oh no.
You had to get to the
What
actual
did Navy do to
full middle initial.
disambiguate?
All right, so at first we tried using the full middle name, but that's too long for most of the forms that we had. So we just started designating them big and little. So we had big last name and little last name, and that worked.
We had that for a while. We had at my work, we had New York Dave and Skinny Dave.
Yeah.
Ooh. No shock to anyone, but in my American friend group out of Omaha, I'm. This is no shock to anyone who's known me for a fraction of a second. What my real name is, I'm Irish Dylan, because they have, of course,
Wow.
they have an American Dylan who's 2 doors down from them, and they're like,
Yeah.
well, we
100%.
have to separate the two.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure more of the people in like Chesh and Dapper's groups know my actual first name than my coworkers. My coworkers do not know my first name.
But you're still, but your character is even bigger in life. So people.
Yeah, everyone should actually just know you as Dr. Hobnall.
I'm Dr. Hobnall. Dr. Hobnall.
Yeah.
No, so on our actual, like we find out what time we start every day at like 5 p.m. We get a little printout, and everybody has their actual like names on there. Mine doesn't have my name. Mine says Chops in all caps.
Nice.
So nobody calls me anything other than Chops, and I have people I have worked with for a decade who do not know my first name.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
Oh, Landon, while you're here,
yes, sir.
Within roughly about 24 hours, I'll be getting on a plane over to Bristol. Have you ever been?
Yes, actually, Bristol is an interesting place, but probably about 15 years since I've been in Bristol. What's your
good luck understanding anyone?
What is your nature of your visit to Bristol, if I may ask?
St. Patrick's Day and hanging out with a friend. Anyone remember this old name? The Final Girlie. She used to do a podcast, and she had a co-host by the name of Insolence. We had her on Bearded Ramblings a couple of times, and she lives over there now with her partner, and she wanted me over there. So the reason I ask is any pubs or restaurants or cool things. So I know I want to see the SS Great Britain. That's beyond that, and obviously because it's St. Patrick's Day, we will find ourselves many alcoholic places to alcohol. But
Yes.
anything stand out in your brain like, oh, if you're going to Bristol, visit blank.
I mean, I think they have actually some really nice suspension bridges that are I think are quite good to look at if you're into bridges and
I am.
and so I like the Russell Clifton suspension bridge is something you definitely check out. They also have a really nice sort of a greenbelt area that you can walk through. For example, Ashton Court Estate, as I recall, is a really nice classic place in Bristol. It's in the southern part, as I recall. It's a mansion thing, and I believe it's a listed building. It's one of those grade 1 listed buildings. So
what was that called?
Ashton Court.
Ashton.
It's to the west of Bristol.
All right. Because I'm going to be getting in roughly in the evening time for day 1. Day 2 is Paddy's Day, so it'll just say seen missing for that part. But day 3 is the day I can actually do a little bit of culture, a little bit of here are the sights and sounds.
There's another one, the arts stuff that they have. Cooper's Hall is part of the old Vic Theatre Royal Theatre complex. You should check out. And there's some Bansky artworks that you can find around there too that they've managed to preserve and keep people from stealing. There's also at St. George's they have a bunch of Wallace and Gromit clay models on display.
Oh hell yeah!
So check out it's at St. George's. Check out that sort of a. So I would definitely look at that. There is of course, the Landauer Truro is in historic Bristol pub, but I don't know if that. I know it's historic. I don't know how good it is, whether it's a tourist trap or not.
Yeah.
In there, but you're saying you've got the there's another Cabot Tower.
I really just have one day to actively deep dive into Bristol, and there's a good chance that I'll have people who live there with me anyway to take me to places. I know the open air market has so many cool places. I don't know.
What day of the week are you going?
Oh, I'm going tomorrow.
I mean, okay. So you're going to be there on a Sunday. So I don't know. I don't know what the.
No. It's Sunday for me now because it's 2 a.m.
Oh, that's
so.
Right. Okay.
I'll be going from Monday to Thursday.
So I think again, I know it's at St. George's the thing because they had. I have somebody who's a really big Wallace and Gromit thing that went to that. That they have a lot of the play models and sort of panorama things. If you're into that thing, such as Wallace and Gromit, also Chicken Run was another one that they have models of for the stop motion. So it is. I think I'm trying to remember also where that might be. You might check out. I suspect if you went to Wikipedia on Bristol, you would probably find references to those clay model stuff or that museum.
Rama Unleashed Trail 3. Yeah, unfortunately, it's kids adjacent. But here's the thing: I am very confident enough to be able to just go on a tour of Wallace and Gromit stuff as a single adult male. And if anyone asks, I'll be like, yeah, my kids aren't cool like me. Yeah, they didn't want to come. They didn't want to come. I don't know why, but you know what? I'm here and I'm living my best life.
And they also have a Chicken Run too, which is another one of those good things. But yes, check that out. So that give you a little bit of that's probably something which is they're less known for, but I remembered somebody who was a really big fan of that. That was over the top. Oh boy, No, it's the good
Yeah,
stuff.
this looks cool.
All right.
They have them on the boats. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the advice. Now we'll
But that's like 15 years ago, so I don't know what the current state is.
it's still going strong apparently. So
Excellent.
We had,
So
California coastline, we got a bunch of little galleries, and we had one that got all of Dr. Seuss's stuff for a while, and it was just like a little bitty in Cambria, California, this little bitty studio, and they had like all this Dr. Seuss stuff, and it was so amazing to get to walk through and see like all of his later works that you never see when he was like super depressed, and all of his he did like really, really dark stuff, but then there'd randomly be like one of his little critters painted to the quarter or something. It's
very fascinating, man.
I did see, I don't know if it's there, but I did see something where it was stuff that was not part of the children's collection of stuff.
Yes.
Where I guess he might have had medical conditions that caused him to sort of go in dark places.
So he had his main work. So Dr. Seuss is one of my favorite artists. He had his main work that we all recognize from like his children's stuff. He had some very like risque adult work that he did on the side.
He used to do it with other authors, right? He used to send messages to each other. Yeah.
He also did a bunch of like war propaganda stuff. So here's Dr. Seuss, his like his whole little war thing. And then in his later life, he had some really bad depression issues, and he had this like really dark, like he started painting on black canvas instead of white canvas, and he did a lot of like really weird, like almost MC Escher style like architecture, but there would always be one of his very Dr. Seuss critters in it somewhere.
I'm looking at depression art. Whoa, damn!
It's something else. You would not think Dr. Seuss looking at it.
This looks like he was inspired by the Dutch Renaissance masters that would try to like predict what like hell would look like with all the weird faces and shit. Yeah. Oh, this is good shit. I like
really good shit. Speaking of good shit with Dr. Seuss, epic rap battles of history, Dr. Seuss versus William Shakespeare.
That's dope. I like that, but that wouldn't work in any other language.
Well, fortunately, I believe the video was in English.
Yes, I know, but what I'm trying to say is like for Dr. Seuss, his rhyming scheme is heavily Anglo-Saxon when you think about it. But with Shakespeare, it doesn't matter about the rhyming scheme, it matters about the themes. That's why you see so many different people all over the world.
Something I love that what they did in Epic Rap Battles of History is Dr. Seuss never opens his mouth in that one. Only his creations speak, because Dr. Seuss had a thing where he liked his art to speak for him.
Oh, so I know he was terrified of kids. Interestingly enough,
so he did they kind of like a hat tip, like, oh yeah, Dr. Seuss always had his art speak for him. So the Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2 rap for him.
Here, I was looking at those pictures you sent, and I'm gonna post up in Chesh's Discord under art the one that stood out to me the most, because my God, that is some Dark Souls shit. But like. You got, if you like an artist, if you like a writer, if you like a musician, if you like whatever, learn about them, and you will often discover some crazy shit about them.
Dr. Seuss was like that. Johnny Cash, if you guys like Johnny Cash, if you look through his
why was he always in black, man? Why was he always in black? Yeah.
Like you look at his early work when he had that like, I'm a happy Christian, and then he did the no, I'm just a country guy, and I like country. And then after June died, and he gets that just like real sorrowful, like big swing through his career.
I always like. Oh God, it was on the tip of my tongue, and now it's forgotten. Almost like I've been drinking can after can of bullshit beer with nothing in my stomach. Like it's starting to fucking hit me or something. But I do love All right. Here's something I can talk about. I do love loving a topic, and the first thing you do is discovering all of it, warts and all. Like Tolkien. Tolkien had some really messed up views when it came down to women, for example. But like his ideas are the basis of all fantasy today, whether it be the direct like copying or evolution or the negative response. A few weeks ago, I had a watch party over on my Discord, and we were watching Legend. I'd never seen Legend for the first time, and they had like this Pan character, this little sort of like satyr kid, and he was acting like a real fae, aka terrifying. And I was like, oh, yeah, fuck you, Tolkien. That's what they were like.
So if you want a really good like fantasy, fae, and vampires and werewolves, read the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. It is very like traditional takes on fae and things, but it's set in modern day Tri-Cities, Washington.
Hey, same thing with Dresden Files.
I knew someone was going to bring up the Dresden Files. Yeah.
So the main character is a Native American Volkswagen mechanic whose only ability is she can shapeshift into a coyote. Ooh. And that's it. And she lives next door to the alpha werewolf, and it gets advertised as like it's a romance series. It's not. It has like some splash of it here and there, but for the most part, it is what if vampires and werewolves in modern day.
Okay. Huh?
Bonnie, you look very concerned. What's up? What's wrong?
The vampires and werewolves aren't real, Manya. They're not real. I promise.
Is Manya's internet dying?
No, yeah, I've noticed you've been taking a while to go through frames.
Really?
It's just moving really slow.
Mm.
Why? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You guys are full of nonsense. It works fine on my end, so I don't know what you guys are saying.
Blame Musk for everything.
No,
it's not probably that far fetched at this point, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking at the stream to check. I do freeze a bit in between here and there. I don't know why that's happening, but yeah.
Elon Musk decided to hate Australia today.
I mean, a lot of them hate Australia. It's just, it throws a wrench in so many conspiracy theories that this there being, a southern hemisphere.
Let me double check my connection.
And we know there's only like 6 people that live in the southern hemisphere, and 5 of them are Australia. So
it shouldn't be.
Yeah, let's be real here. Australia is a country the same way Atlantis is an island. It's there. No, Thule. Let's get wild.
And I will say to my friends in the land down under that require ground harnesses to not fall off, Australia is not the land down under. The land they're slightly down under. The land down under is Antarctica, right? And Australia kind of stole that thing, because Antarctica you have to have the really strong ground harnesses, otherwise
Australia fondled Antarctica is what you're saying by your hand.
My all-time favorite
allegedly. You have to say allegedly, otherwise Auntie Susan will get mad.
My all-time favorite Western movie is set in Australia. Quigley Down Under. And here's the fun thing: if you watch it, guess who plays the villain? Who do you think would play the villain in a movie that takes place at the Western in Australia?
That was not the movie I was expecting. Of all the films in my head, you just fucking blindsided me. What the fuck?
It throws people off because the main character is Tom Selleck, and you don't think of him as being like the Western, but he started in Westerns. And then the villain is played by Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, nice.
He's the villain, and it ends with my absolute favorite one-liner in any movie ever. It's just, I love that movie, and it's not even a good Western, but I love that movie.
Always.
Does while not a movie, my favorite Western is Deadwood, and it's almost completely not a Western at all. You could set that in like numerous other locations, and it would still work. But it just it feels like so grounded, so real. But I suppose if I had a movie, it would be 310 to Yuma, and I know it's going to piss a lot of people. No, True Grit. Either version.
Well, if you want to get in things that just have a Western feel, you could always go like anime and go like Cowboy Bebop. That's just a Western in space.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
just-
that opens up a can of worms. So I'd prefer to keep it
But it's
somewhat.
it's a delicious can of worms, though.
Oh, it's so good.
That's gawk. That's gawk. Klingons eat that. That's gawk.
Yeah.
Klingons do
Oh,
eat that.
what's
That's
it?
true.
I watched a video of someone trying to recreate Gawked, and they just resulted in, I think, using pasta. And
Yeah.
I don't know how they made it move, though. So I guess it isn't best served live in this case. That's some subpar Gawked.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
it is consumed leftover. It's kind of like leftover pizza, right? Like, it's not as good, but it's still pizza.
So if it's
Yeah.
consumed live, does that mean that they have to like keep feeding the critters to keep them alive before they eat them, or what's
So the deal is you feed the serpent worms for when they're being stored like long term, but then in the days leading up to actually serving them, you starve them for a while and then you drop them in the sauce so that they eat the sauce. So now the sauce is inside and outside the worm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Klingon cooking.
It's
Very
not just a
rarely
real
does it actually
thing.
involve heat.
interesting?
True. Which is weird because their planet is like, whenever you see it, it's like 70% like fucking volcanoes and shit.
Well, that doesn't mean they have to cook with it.
Well, I've been to Tenerife and Lanzarote enough to know that no, if you live there, you do try to integrate that shit.
Yeah, but that's
So-
humans.
I will say, so growing up, I was not really allowed to watch Star Trek. So it's only after Dapper let me into his Star Trek game that I actually have been like, oh, I should probably watch all of these. And I've been systematically watching all the Star Treks, and I've been loving them. I love how just inconsistently random they are with how accurate they get on like physics and reality and sci-fi.
Yeah,
and
that's
Oh, yeah.
part of the shtick is excuses.
Mm.
I
It's
don't
all
know
over the
excuses
place.
for stuff.
it's like, oh
But-
wow,
but-
they obviously did some research here. Oh wow,
Yeah.
they obviously threw all the research away here.
There is one Star Trek series I would recommend you not watch because it is extraordinarily bad. But other than that,
Ooh,
just,
which one?
Just go with the flow.
Just, I was gonna say, just
which
one.
one?
I
Is
want
it
to
the
know
one I'm
because it might
watching?
be the same as mine. Landon, come on, you can't hold out on us.
Yeah, Landon, go for it.
I think is that Discovery thing?
All right,
With
that would be my answer too. That's the one
That's
I
the
definitely
one I'm
don't plan on
watching right now.
What, you don't
No,
like
stop,
space
stop.
tardigrades? And,
Just-
Hang on.
take my word. Stop watching it and go watch something else. It's not worth.
I would say the
Take it
first two
first.
seasons, and then nothing after that. The Red Angel arc, fuck that, man. Everything.
I
after
like
that.
some of the
It doesn't-
characters. I like the redheaded
I-
girl, and
I actually
I think she's pretty cool.
I think the
don't say it
writers-
because I think she's kind
I
of cool.
think it's got bad printing. So yeah, I would just recommend move on to something else. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Over on my
access to all of
Discord,
them
we're
right now.
doing. Over on my Discord, we're doing a Star Trek watch through. So like after the Tuesday and the Saturday streams, we go and watch a couple Star Trek episodes, and we're going through chronologically. We're still in Enterprise, but after Enterprise is coming Strange New Worlds. We're skipping Discovery.
No,
It's not doing it.
No, come on, because without that, then how do you get such fantastic things as an Elon Musk reference?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I don't need that.
The blade
yeah,
has
I'm
to go right on in, and then between the
no,
ribs,
no,
and
no,
then
no.
twist.
Dapper,
Mm-mm,
do
nope.
let me know if you ever need like
Nuh-uh.
access to one of the
Nope, nope, nope,
series
nope, nope.
because I through TRG Kai through his Plex server I have access to all of them. Because speaking of bitcoins, I went to school with the king of Bitcoin.
I'm just tossing
His
a
private
few
server has
bucks
a whole
at,
bunch of stuff.
at Paramount Plus.
If you decide you
It's
don't want
fine.
to do that, just let me know.
I proudly
I mean, I'll
torrent
cancel it after we're done. But-
because
Yeah.
fuck all that shit. I just torrent. You should
Look, I
torrent.
canceled my Netflix, and it's way cheaper than that. And like, it makes it convenient because I can get a reasonably high quality version of it just every time I want to share it, and like, whatever, it's a few bucks. It's fine.
I wish I had the balls just to give
right.
an instruction on how to set up like your BitTorrent account, and like
I could
what's
torrent it.
changed
I
over
know
the
I could.
years. No, I mean, like,
So
it would just be a declaration.
Stop
Hello.
talking about pirating shit.
Okay, I'm
I
looking
can
at
I
alcohol
can
now.
confirm Instant Red Pineapple is actually pretty damn good.
Oh my
I can't-
god! You're
I
gonna
can't-
get this. This
I can't
channel
refill my glass because I'm a diabetic and I know that has a shit ton of sugar.
I approve.
It
by the
isn't
way,
even
Manya.
monetized yet.
I approve your comment, but I need to switch to something.
Yes,
at
please.
RUM.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So let me go to get a nice something else. Do you have a suggestion as to type of a spirit I might try to?
I mean, my go-to is always whiskey, but
Okay, I'll see if I can find a whiskey. Be right back.
my favorite drink is a Jack Rose, but that involves having Applejack. It's
I thought it
it's-
involved
it's-
Jack Daniels and Rosewater.
No, it is supposed to be equal parts lime juice, grenadine, and Applejack. When you mix those together, it basically tastes like sour watermelon. I usually cut back my grenadine and increase my lime juice because I like it a little more sour. But it's my go-to like hot weather drink. In cold weather, I'll do butterscotch schnapps in hot apple cider, which tastes like a caramel apple.
Okay.
Wifey and I watched the How to Drink on YouTube for a long time. We really like going through all his stuff and making some of his different drinks. I like trying weird different stuff.
Do you see what happened when Cyberpunk came out? He remade all the drinks from the Afterlife, and they
Yes.
they redid it and sent it in.
Did you see the video where he broke his toe?
Yes, but I remember very little of it. I remember when he tried all the White Claws and then he apologized that he got drunk after, and I thought that was very childish of him. Like, yeah, brother,
the broke his toe one. He had a great big huge like solid glass, like big old huge like Stein looking glass, and he put a metal straw in it.
Yes,
and he hooked it with his arm, and it fell over and broke his toe.
Oh my god, yeah. The reason by the way, I mentioned that he liked Firefly earlier because it's the only conversation I've ever had with the man. He we went into like a 7 or 8 sort of like tier like thing what we liked about Firefly, and as Jesh pointed out fairly recently, they're apparently doing a big like reunion reveal thing coming out pretty soon.
Yes. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. You mentioned Cyberpunk. Have you seen the TTRPG?
No, and I know you guys do it, but I got into Cyberpunk through the game, so the video game. So
we've been playing it on Wifey and I's channel. We've been doing the Cyberpunk.
Lev, have you played a TTRPG?
Like I said to you once, I've only ever been at a table of D&D once in my life, and that was
what I'm hearing is we need to do a one shot.
Yeah.
So why you're looking for people?
I just wrote a one shot. I actually just wrote a one shot, and we Dapper. We still have to do that in this world game. I still just have like you and Chesh.
I mean, I agree, but like to some extent, it's gonna be like you gotta just tell me when you want to do it, and then we'll do it.
Yeah,
like it's on you. I'm not gonna schedule.
Oh no. My work's been killing me.
I get that.
Yeah, so I need to find I think 1 or 2 more players and we can do it.
We should definitely have Manya do it.
Oh yeah, Manya,
Bruh.
you want to play a game with us?
Bro, I got more appointments here to play video games, and then you're dragging me into more shit. I don't have enough time.
Well, you just make more time. That's how it works.
We'll quit your job. Start being a professional gamer.
We'll get
everybody.
We have enough people.
Embrace the decay.
I'm
We have
going
enough
to
people, let's start
find
right now.
you in your sleep and smother you with your own fucking pillows.
Ha! Joke's on you.
I
I can't
mean,
afford a pillow. Spent it all on
so-
alcohol and snuggies.
I mean, enjoy that trip to Arizona. Don't get caught by ice.
Maya's already mad and yelling at us, and we haven't even started the game yet. Just wait.
I
She's
know.
gonna be screeching in the next, like, half an hour. We should, by the way, start
I
wrapping
like
it
how
up
it's
here.
all already set in concrete. I haven't even said yet.
we don't care.
happening. It's just
We
going
don't
to
care if you
happen.
said yes. You've been
Yeah,
volunteering.
you're a tornado. I'm one of the cows that are just grazing in a field. I'm the
You
we-
want
we-
to do a one-shot with me, and you volunteered me? Watch me.
Ooh,
Watch
I
me.
like it. I
You're
like
in
it, Landon. I
one
like it.
shot. Watch me. I'm gonna make
Nice.
it so much hell for
So-
you. You watch me.
So
Also,
it's,
technically, I
it's,
don't think in this world is a one shot. I think it's just a game.
it's just a game.
I
So we've got
watch
Manya, we've
me.
got Chesh, we've got Dapper,
Watch
we got
me.
Lev.
Come on, yeah.
She's
we got
confirmed.
Lev. Fuck it,
we
we
might-
got Lev.
watch
When are
me.
we doing this?
You asked for it.
Let's
You
do it.
asked
Let's do
for it. You watch
Let's
me.
do it.
Mhm.
I would like
What do
to
you mean, like right
point
now?
out.
I think we're wrapping up.
I would like to point out
yeah.
real quick that
Okay.
in the short one that I'm running for Dapper's channel, it looks like Zerolon's gonna
Oh, yeah.
play, and the character he already posited, I already told him, I'm like, I love that you're I absolutely play this, but understand that I hate you.
Oh no, I will probably. I have a Tabaxi Way of Mercy monk called Thimble the Nimble. I will probably run him instead. I won't
coward.
give you my Transcobal Drake Warden. I mean, if you want the Transcobal Drake Warden, I will run the Transcobal Drake Warden.
We
I
need
don't
to
care.
have I need to pull on some people to specifically talk. I think I might have some solutions for the Beastmaster Ranger, and I need some people who know what I'm talking about to bounce it off of.
Look at that. Club.
Okay, I'm in.
So we'll do that.
This is a glorious. It's a
I hope
straight
Jay Trudeau is in the chat right now because he is the only person I know who really appreciates a good rum. And I mean, like, Jesus Christ, that man has a religion dedicated to this stuff.
But I would like to point out that we do need to start wrapping up, so everybody all at the same time say what you gotta say, then get the fuck out.
So,
All right, so I'm Dapper Dinosaur. You can find me over on Dapper Dinosaur.
I'm
I
on
got
all-
videos.
Game
Hi,
day,
everyone.
game
I guess the best thing I can do right now is just say that
board games, tabletop games,
Thank you everybody so much for joining us. This has been Rum and Coke Night. We do these once a month on the second or third Sunday of the month. Feel free to join us next time. And if you want to join us and actually come in, please feel free to do that someday. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
20 big bottles of booze.
1 bottle of booze.
Yay!